Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
Wow, wow, wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is that something that, you wouldn't do, for
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. Today, you got to know that you're a brand. Yeah. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So.
He gonna walk up and introduce himself, Chad Johnson, man. Everybody around here call me Bomin, though. Everybody around here call me Bomin. It's fine. You call me that. Don't even worry about it. Everybody call me Bomin. Everybody call you Bomin. Yeah, everybody in the whole city call me Bomin. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. You call me that. Don't even worry about it. Bomin, this is what everybody call. Yeah, everybody call me that, man. Don't worry about it. I'm like, all right. So all week long, my ass talking about Bomin, what up, boy? Hey, Bomin, you gonna come over here and watch the game with us later on? Hey, Bomin, run to the store, grab some beer, come on back. My cousin said, what you calling him? Bomin? He said, everybody call him Bomin. This is all right for me to call him that. Like, no, man, his name's CJ. He's saying you can call me by my initials. That's what he said.
The only way that I can answer that question is by telling the Bominicious story. It's a true story. See, there was this white family lived in Mississippi, and they had this man who worked for them occasionally named Bominicious. And he did various small jobs for them on and off for about a week. One night he had just finished bartending a party, and the lady of the house realized that she didn't have any money. So she said to him, Bominicious, I want to write you a check, but I don't know how to spell Bominicious. And he said, well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. See, when I came to work for you, I told you my name, and then I said, but you can call me by my initials.
All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. And double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching this truth that's gone all around the earth. And shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, this is your brother Atazawan Bayat. And we're back at it again with another short lesson, okay? And to briefly touch on this topic, and I've been trying to get to this lesson for the last few days. All right, so now, through the Spirit, I'm able to get to it, okay? So we saw those two short clips, right? One of Kevin Hart, all right, being interviewed, and then Cedric the Entertainer, right, with the alleged stolen joke, okay? And you see, we've, many times have done lessons concerning Hollyweird, all right, a place that they call Hollywood, all right, where all manners of wickedness occur, okay, in order, to keep yourself in that industry, to keep making that money, and which is nothing but idolatry, okay? And somehow Jake feels like, they're nothing in the world now, okay, if they're not an entertainer or athlete, okay? Because these gutter rats are the ones who control those industries, and they pay the most money, all right? But Jake thinks he's funny, okay? He's trying to break into show business to be a court jester, right? Or a modern day comedian, okay? Or in the sports world, you're just a Jake under contract for their amusement and their entertainment, all right? But we're gonna deal with this Kevin Hart thing and as far as Israelite men, right, in that business, in that field and industry, having to wear a dress. Now, we've seen this for many, many, many years. There are a whole bunch of so-called comedians, men, Israelite men, who don woman's apparel, all right, in order to tell a joke. All right, if your joke isn't funny, I'm not going to laugh at it while you're wearing a dress. Okay, but you know, this is that initiation, okay, of those weird, sick people that run the industry, okay? And most Jakes, they know about the Lord, okay? They, which are the 2/3, all right, don't want to hear the names Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? They just say what? God and JC, right? But even if they really truly believed in that, they should still know what's in the scriptures, all right? Even if you could just read plain English, okay? So this is Deuteronomy 22:5, and it reads, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment." Stop right there. So you can almost name them, okay? You had, back in the 70s, you had Flip Wilson, who was Geraldine, right? And you had Eddie Murphy, right? And the Clumps, okay? You got Tyler Perry. Jamie Foxx is Wanda. I think that was that character's name, okay? And you got all these other black comedian Israelite men. Martin Lawrence wore a dress, all of them, okay? And the scripture clearly say, that's in plain English, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment." All right? "For all that do so," for how many? For how much? For all. "For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord Yahweh thy power." Now, let's look at what the word abomination says. Just quick, real quick. Let's look at its applicability here. What does it say? A disgusting thing. Abomination, abominable. Okay? In a ritual sense, okay, of unclean food, idols, all right? But it's a disgusting thing, you see? And you can go into the rest of it on your own time. Like I said, I'm just gonna hit this and we'll be done. We'll read it again. "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord Yahweh thy power." So it doesn't say for slapstick, it's okay. For comedy, it's okay. For the movies, it's okay. It says that you shouldn't do it. All right? That's simple enough. Okay, but these people are in it for entertainment, right? For money. Okay, and the second thing that we looked at, and we'll get these scriptures and be done real quick. The stealing of a joke, who cares, really, all right, about a joke being stolen? But in any event, if a man didn't write it, then you shouldn't use it, or at least get permission to use it from the creator of it. That would be sensible, right? Exodus 20:15, "Thou shalt not steal." That's plain. That's simple, right? Don't take something that doesn't rightfully belong to you. So clearly, those two jokes, right? The one said told, and I think that dude's name was Meshach Taylor, if I'm not mistaken. Now, whether he wrote that or not, because I think he was somewhat of a comedian in his time, okay? Whether he wrote it or somebody on the set of that TV show, Designer Women, whether they wrote it. Either way, it didn't belong to say it. Okay? That's the way it appears. That's the way it looks. But in any event, thou shalt not steal. So, across the board, that implies even to something such as that, even a joke that's not yours. Okay? All right? Now, of course, we know this is dealing with more serious things, but, you know, just to shed some light on it, okay? If you're not a creative person and you can't write, then maybe you shouldn't be a comedian. That's just the way I'm looking at it. All right, so let's go to an example here, okay? Because people will say, well, that was in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, you can do whatever you want. No. Hold your horses. It's Matthew 19:16, and it reads, and behold, one came and said unto him, good master, what good thing shall I do that I may inherit eternal life? And he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is good. Salaki, that is the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life, what? Keep the commandments. He saith unto him, which Yahushua said, thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, right? So you see in there, thou shalt not steal. So that means that's still in effect as well, all right? It's not just in the Old Testament and it's done away with, okay? Because you go into somebody's store today and steal something out of there, okay, and you get caught, you get prosecuted for stealing. True or not true? You see? Let's go on over here to Romans chapter 13, and let's start right here, verse 8. All right, so you heard from the law, all right, and you heard from Yahushua, and now you hear from Paul, right? Verse 8, owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. Right? For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, right, or murder, thou shalt not, what, steal. See? So even Apostle Paul is withholding, all right, all of the laws still applying. Okay, even if you want to be as petty as talking about a joke. Okay, just write your own material. That's how you solve that. Okay, for this thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not what? Covet, right? So you coveted somebody else's material to try to make it your own, to make yourself some money by doing it, right? Because you get paid to do a set. If you're a comedian, you're in that industry, so you're taking somebody else's stuff and you're making money off of it. You're boosting, okay? And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor, right? So if you're doing the right thing, that you bring nothing against or cause any problems for somebody else, for your neighbor, all right? They'll be talking about the Israelites, but if you just apply it just in everyday life, right? Because we still have to get along with everybody else, right? Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law, right? If you can fulfill the law by not doing any of these things to your neighbor, all right? Or to any other man, right? Because we're supposed to live peaceably amongst any man if we can, okay? So, you know, them guys in Hollywood are just concerned with getting to their next gig, their next job, and raising themselves up on a different level, okay? And they're willing to put, if you will, their heart you know, their soul on the line to achieve covetousness, to achieve fame, fortune, popularity. Okay, the more well-known, the more movie deals, the more movie roles, the more endorsements for television and guest appearances and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's look at this. This is Mark 7:14, and it reads, "And when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto them, Hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand, there is nothing from without a man that entereth into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man." So like, if any man have ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable, and he saith unto them, Are ye so without understanding also? Yes. So disciples wanted to know, why did he speak to them again in a riddle, if you will? Yahweh Shai, spoke to the people in a riddle. But, even Yahweh Shai was getting upset with them. It's like, you didn't understand what I just said? Okay? Do ye not perceive that whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, it cannot defile him, because it entereth not into his heart, but into his belly, and goeth out into the draught, purging all meats, right? Talking about eating, whether you eat on a particular day, or what you eat, that's not going to defile you, because it just passes through your body, in other words, right? Just in a natural sense. So that's not a big deal. But it's what's in you, and it comes out of your mouth, right? From the thoughts of your mind or your heart. That's going to defile a man, okay? Because it entereth not into his heart, but into his belly, and goeth out into the draught, purging all meats. And he saith that which come out of the man, that defileth the man, right? So it's what you speak, all right, from your mind. For from within, out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts, right? That's what comes through your mind, and that thought can proceed and come out of your mouth. That's what will defile you, not what you eat, okay? In short, for from within, out of the heart of man proceed evil thoughts, adultery, fornication, murders, thefts, and what? Covetousness, right? Wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these things come from within and defile the man. So it's those things that's already in you, right, that come through the thoughts of your mind, right? And the next thing you know, you use your hands to bring it about, right? Spoke it, okay? And then you go do it. You see? And so the whole point being, you look at covetousness, all right? These guys that you see in entertainment, they cover the number one spot. They cover the number one, movie, right? They want to be the number one comedian in Hollywood. They want to be the one that gets all of the latest movies, okay? But there's something that you have to do in order to be number one in Hollyweird. Exodus 20:17, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, right? You have a desire, right, for somebody else's stuff, okay? Material things or physical things, right? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's, right? So if you want to apply it, you could say even a joke, okay? All those people in Hollywood are weird. That's why it's known, right, as Hollyweird. This is the Beatitudes Luke 6:20, and it says, "And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, Bless ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of the Most High. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation." You see, and so Jake is fascinated with the world of entertainment and sport, right? Because they get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars to do a job, okay? Some of these guys make anywhere from 5, 10, 15 to $20 million a picture, a movie, okay? Not to mention what they get on the back end of all these movies for the rest of their life, So it's very, very lucrative for them, okay, to be making that kind of money, to go on tour and fill arenas with 18, 20,000 people, $75 a head and more, okay, and do a 50 city tour, is very, very lucrative, okay? And that's what they're after. They're not after the truth, right? But the Lord don't want them anyway. We know that, those of us in the truth, we understand all of this, okay? But they don't want the truth. They don't want Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They don't want any understanding of the scriptures, okay? They don't want to be humble and have humility. They're driven, okay, to be the best at what they do. That's their portion, okay? All right, we read it once again. It says, "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets." Right. So, applying this, okay, to what we're talking about in this lesson, these people are after accolades, right? And they live a lifestyle without rules, okay, which is pure wickedness. All right, but this is their portion, okay? We'll get the last one here. This is 1 John 2:15. It reads, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." You see, so the things of the world, that's on the consciousness of all these people that participated, in it. Now, that's not to say that maybe before it's too late, the Lord may show grace and mercy to 1, 2, 5, 10, 100 of them, who knows, right? And pull them out of that world, right? It's always a possibility, with the Most High. Yahweh Shem Yahushua can do anything. But when you're looking at it, Salakia, looking at it from the outside in, you see these people, they so entrenched into their lives that you would think there's no way that they're gonna come out of that, right? The world is what they were after, okay? Verse 16, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever," right? Those that are doing the will of the Most High, okay, abide forever, right? We're not focused on the things of the world, right? Sure, we have to we have to work and we have to get along and we have to, you know, get a car or transportation or, you know, all those things, you know, the necessities. And sometimes every once in a while you do get a little perk here and there, okay? But these people, all right, have already gotten their consolation, right? So let them continue on to tell on each other, all right, and steal jokes and wear dresses, all right, because this is the world that they want, all right. So with that, I end the lesson right there, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'll see you all again real soon with another lesson, Lord willing. Shalom.